You know why I was clearing my throat, don't you? I clear my throat for two reasons. There are frogs in my throat, and I like to command the respect of the people. I also like to command the respect of frogs, but that's a secondary matter. You know why you're here. Excuse me. I didn't have to cough. That cough was for rhetorical effect. I'm tired. I want to impress my audience. I want people to kind of rise to the occasion, experience the gravity of the moment, and then I'd like to proceed with our session today. You know why you are here. You know why you were here. Do I need to spell it out? You were caught shaming people on Facebook. How long? How long am I going to be here? Well, you're going to be here as long as it takes. See, one thing we do not tolerate in the new society is shaming. Social media on the subject of shaming is very clear. There will be no more shaming on social media. Do you understand how unfair that is to me? You get how unfair that is? Because what I was doing was not shaming anybody. They took it as shaming. Understand? That's why you're here. Because you don't recognize when you are shaming people on Facebook. And we get reports, dozens and dozens of reports of your volatile posts that are shaming dozens of people. I can't help that. I cannot help whether people feel shamed by my posts. They're triggered. I shouldn't be in a correctional facility because other people are triggered. They have to own their triggers. That's why you're here. Because you actually think that. And that's the old society. The new society is we just don't trigger people. Here, Because your gain incriminates people as inferior. Your gain is based in judgment. You judge people. We don't judge people. You don't judge people? Then why am I in a correctional facility for shaming? It's because you shame. Yeah, I know, I shame. Well, I don't shame. I don't shame. People feel shamed. People feel triggered. And then they point the finger at me as if I'm the bad guy when they're just reacting to words on a screen. And then they're putting that back on me instead of taking ownership. That is how you frame things. That's what's happening. That's what was happening in the old society. As we usher in the new society, those reprobates of the old society have to be reprogrammed. Shaming is not allowed. Oh, okay, so are you shaming me for shaming others right now? No, we're not shaming you. We are reprogramming you. You wouldn't be reprogramming me unless you found a problem. That is an old society way of framing things. We're here to give you a new operating system where you do not shame other people. Can I have a drink of water? No. You don't have a sandwich? The shaming of other people has to stop. It's obviously something that you feel you need to do. You have a moral superiority complex. You get on Facebook and you shame people with your posts. I've seen it. Hundreds of people have reported to me that they all feel shamed. Now, we can go through the complicated psychoanalysis of why you feel like you need to shame people. And that was actually how we exited the old society. We sat people down as I'm sitting you down, and we went through their backstory, their history with their parents, school, friends, growing up, their background, their biography, and that was all really wonderful for a while. But it mired us in an endless processing, working through the shadow, working through neuroses, working through subpersonalities, all the dissociated elements of a person, just banging around there in the cellar of their psyche. We eventually discovered that we don't have the funds for that. There are correctional facilities for shame all over the country, in every country of the Western world, because that's where we noticed that people were reporting. Millions of people were reporting to our call centers every day. Oh, I'm shamed by so-and-so and so-and-so. So we'd go on Facebook and we'd locate these individuals who are making these volatile posts. And we rounded them up. Yeah, I don't know how you got away with that. Artificial intelligence, launching a smear campaign against these individuals, besmirching their name, reputation, making it inevitable that they would come into our focus so that we could just round them up for reprogramming. You did it. You shamed people, and people responded. People do not like to be shamed. Does it matter? that my intention was not to shame people? It does not matter. When millions of people report that you're shaming them, it doesn't matter what your intentions are. It matters about them, their perspective. There's millions of people reporting the same thing across the Western world. Anybody who's plugged into social media, if they feel shamed, we could pick up on it. It shows up on our radar, and we file this data. And we have a whole archive of individuals, hundreds of millions of people who have felt shamed in social media by volatile posts such as yours. Now, who are we going to correct? All them, or are we going to correct you? We're going to correct you. We're going to get you out of that modality, get you into the new modality, so that you can be a part of the new society. Okay? In the new society, all we post on social media is gratitude. We're just always finding ways to be thankful. We're always finding ways to have self-love. There is no mention of toxic topics. There's no mention of subjects which would be divisive, right? That separate people from each other, enmesh us in the realm of duality, separation. That's the old society. That's the old social media. The new society is totally different because we understand. We've studied social media over the last 2 decades. We can see what it does to the mind. God, it does. People get crazy. They see my post and they think I'm shaming them, and I'm not shaming them. I'm offering a perspective that they don't like, because I'm not calling anybody out by name. You either identify with what I'm saying, you either resonate with what I'm saying, you either revile what I'm saying. But I don't know who you are. I've never known who you are. I'm not calling you out by name. I'm offering a perspective. You internalize it, you have issues with it, you feel shamed. That is not my problem. That is your problem. If you keep that up, you're never going to be part of the new society. You're never going to leave this facility. Now, we can have these meetings every day, but if you continue to give me that schlop verbatim, we're going to have these meetings once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. They will only become more frequent when you come to understand where I'm coming from. We're building a new society, okay? You can't make posts on social media where people feel shamed. You can't make posts on social media where people feel judged, because that doesn't have a place in the new society. In the new society, what we do is gratitude. We find occasions to express our gratitude all day long. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I'm thankful. I'm happy for the way reality is. Reality is happening for me, not to me. This is all about my awakening into thankfulness. You're not thankful. You, first of all, need to be thankful for the fact that you were plucked out of your delusion because of the feedback of millions of people reading your posts, distributing your posts. You went viral. And all of them having a univocal response, that you're shaming millions of people. Millions of people reporting the same thing. So that's something you need to be grateful for. You need to be grateful for that. Because if you weren't called out by name, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have your own room here in this correctional facility. You wouldn't have these meetings with me. You wouldn't be a candidate for the new society. You'd be ensnared in your old ways. What you misunderstand, Mark, is it isn't about awakening. It's about gratitude. Awakening to what? To your perspective? Why is your perspective any better than anyone else's perspective? Why should people wake up to what you think is reality? The answer in the new society is gratitude for whatever is happening. You make lemonade out of every lemon that comes your way. Okay? So you start off by being grateful that you're in those cuffs, by being grateful that you're in that orange suit, that you're being shuffled to and from. Think of how many people out there are in the old paradigm. They don't know they're in the old paradigm. They don't come to us on our radar. We don't have millions of reports of them in our database about how they're shaming people. They're going to spend the rest of their lives in delusion. They're going to lie. They're going to die in delusion. They're going to live a life of trauma where they actually believe that the reality that they see is the reality. That they need to awaken people to the reality. There is no the reality except for one reality, and that's gratitude. That's all. We're grateful. We wake up in the morning. We get our coffee. We're grateful. We note that we've had a wonderful sleep. No tossing, no turning, no bad dreams. Everything is sound. We're grateful. We have our protein bar, we have our eggs, we have our bacon, cheese on the eggs. We're grateful. Toast, peanut butter. We're grateful. We go to work. We have a job. We have a salary. We have a career. We're grateful. There is no other reality that we need to awaken to. This is the reality of gratitude. Gratitude. That's the new society. Gratitude obliterates all these other considerations, Mark. All these other perspectives that get in the way of you and happiness. So why can't you just be grateful for how I am? If you're in this new society and I'm in the old society and I've got to cross over, why don't you just show me some gratitude? Maybe just point the way. Give me a good example. Why aren't you just grateful that I'm trying to wake people up to a new reality? Mark. That's clever. I'm not going to be grateful for an illusion. Well, how do you know what's an illusion? How do you know? How do you know that your new society of gratitude, constant fucking 24-hour gratitude, 7 days a week, 50 years out of one's life, every day, gratitude, 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 gratitude. How do you know that's right? Can you think of a better alternative than continuous gratitude? Yeah, I can actually. I can do that. It's actually the reality that I'm pointing to in fucking old society, which is why I won't fucking cross over into the threshold of the new society of gratitude. Okay? For me, when I'm grateful, which used to be constant before I was locked up in the correctional facility for shaming, I would be grateful because it just came up inside me. Okay? It was a upswelling of gratitude for anything and everything. But you're fucking imposing it. You're imposing gratitude. You keep repeating the program of gratitude over and over and over again. So it's like an import from outside. It's like I'm uploading a new software for my mind. That is exactly what it is. Yeah, that's not fucking cool. The old society has a problem with it. Do you know why? Because the old society prizes individuality. But where does individuality get us? It gets us in a cesspool of ingratitude. Well, yeah, it does. We're done with that, Mark. Individuals had their chance, okay? You're there, an individual on Facebook shaming people. How in the world do you imagine that people are actually going to be benefited on a collective scale by your shaming them on social media with these volatile and inflammatory posts? It's not going to happen. They're going to revolt against you, and they did. They wrote this facility. Constant stream of emails, texts, messages, everything, phone calls. It's unanimous. People are tired of being shamed by you. They're not growing. You're not taking them anywhere. They read what you write, and they revolt. How dare you judge me? How dare you shame me? I mean, frankly, I can't believe that you got away with it for so long. You're saying that you can't believe that I got away with posting whatever I want on my Facebook page? That's right. When you look at the effect that you've had, how you've ruined lives with your posts. I've not ruined anybody's lot, no. That's not the report that we're getting. We have a massive dossier on you. Pages and pages and pages of people whose lives have been ruined by your Facebook posts because they feel so judged and so shamed by what you are saying that they effectively drop out of society and collapse into a vortex of self-doubt. Well, yeah, I kind of addressed that too. There's no need to address that, Mark. You need to stop doing it. And you are. And we're proud of you. Yeah, I'm not doing it as much. Good. We'll see how that progresses. You're limiting my Facebook time in this cell. You know, we're limiting it. Do you want to meet once a week or once a month? I don't want to meet you at all. I want the old society. The old society is over. The old society is based on shame. The old society, Mark, is based on judgment. We're just grateful now. We're grateful from the moment we open our eyes in the morning to the moment that we close them at night. That's the new society. There is no awakening to be had. There is no great reality other than gratitude. And you're going to stay in this facility until you cultivate an attitude of gratitude. That could take weeks. It could take years. It's on you. It is on you. We don't expect you to get in line with the programming, but we do expect you to get in line with our efforts to retrain your mind. The first step is gratitude. You need to be grateful that we're taking the time to reverse the damage that you've done to millions of people with your Facebook posts. Okay? That is the old society where people like you, renegades like you, could go viral. That's not going to happen anymore. You can't go viral. People can't share your posts. People can't even mention you in Messenger because we have an algorithmic artificial intelligence that spots it. We have quarantined your influence, so you can't influence people anymore. Again, that's old society. New society is that individuals are atomized and collectivized. You can't collectivize individual unless you atomize them. And no, that is not itemize. It's atomize. So unless you allow us to atomize you, we will not be able to collectivize you. And you will not be grateful for your citizenship in the new society.